Hi, hello, welcome to Jira Gaming. If you are new, you can call me KK. And I may be a little bit late on filming this, but I was having some issues with my Streamlabs and everything recording, so we're going to try and do this now. This video is going to be an update on everything that DreamLight Valley put out on the 27th of October about their upcoming releases, their free-to-play, expansions, and everything that kind of involves that. So if you guys have not seen their Discord or not a part of their Discord or don't have them on your social medias for Facebook or Twitter, stay tuned and we will go ahead and dive into what this means for those of you that don't have the game and have been waiting for it to become free to play, or for those that do have the game and are still wondering on what is next for Dreamlight Valley. Let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so first things first is they're going to be doing a showcase about everything that is to be expected on November 1st at 1 p.m. Eastern. So if you are wanting to catch that and
Greetings,
get an
neighbor.
in-depth look at what is going on directly from the devs, be sure to tune in. I will have the link to it in the description down below, so be sure to set your reminders.
Goodbye now.
The first thing I do want to bring up is their new paid-for expansion. It is going to be a Rift in Time, and looking at this image here, it looks like they're going to be bringing Rapunzel, Gaston, and Eve into this expansion. There's not much known about this expansion other than you need to pay for it. I do believe that this expansion is going to be $30, which, if you've played The Sims, if you're like me and a bunch of other, we'll just say millennials, playing for expansions if you're used to playing The Sims isn't really that big of a deal. At least it's not to me. I know a bunch of people are very,
Thank you
very
kindly.
upset because of having to have paid for this expansion if you've already paid for the Founders Pack. Basically, the Founders Pack is any of the games, if you are currently playing now, that is the Founders Pack. The devs have also said that as of December 5th, that the game itself is going to be leaving early access. So, I'm not entirely sure what that means for the rest of us, but apparently the game is leaving early access. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about it leaving early access 1 year into it being playable, because there are still some issues that players are running into. I myself, as somebody who plays on the PC, have not run into any issues, but there have been a bunch of people that play on the Switch and the Xbox that have been bringing it to the devs' attentions that, hey, we are still having complications, we are still crashing, we are still doing this, we are still doing that, and apparently they have not addressed those issues. That being said, with the game leaving early access in December, they have announced as of right now they are not doing a free-to-play. That was supposed to be the next big update according to their roadmap. They were supposed to be bringing Dreamlight Valley as a free-to-play game. Apparently, as they have said in their update for the quote-unquote foreseeable future, they will not be doing free-to-play gameplay. I know a lot of people in the DLV community are super, super upset by this, and I'm going to be completely honest. This is probably a very unpopular opinion. I am not upset by it. I feel sorry for those that have been wanting the game and waiting for it to become free to play, but I myself am not entirely one way or the other on this not being free to play. I did not get the game with the intention of, oh my gosh, this is going to be free to play, hooray, 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 because for me it doesn't really affect me one way or the other. Because again, I do know a bunch of people are really upset by this, and I do feel for them, I do hear them, because we were promised when the game came out a year ago that they were going to be making this free to play. I do feel that by not having it free to play, it gives the devs more of a chance to work on fine-tuning things, because they have also promised us doing multiplayer. It does require a lot of behind-the-scenes work, and I just don't think that they are capable of handling it right now, if we're being honest. they are barely handling their things as it is now. So yeah, I don't I'm not upset by not doing their free to play. Again, that being said, I do hear and understand those players that are upset that we were expected to get a free to play, and now we're not. So I do hear you guys, and I do understand that there is a bunch of people still upset by this, and you have every right to be upset that this almost feels like a bait and switch without it actually being a bait and switch. And I can understand how upsetting that would be. Again, to me, this kind of feels like they're trying to almost do like a Sims model where you have to pay for the base game and then pay for the expansions. I also kind of feel like they're almost taking a leaf out of WoW's gamebook, with the exception of with WoW, you have to buy the base game and then you must buy the expansions to keep playing, and you have to pay monthly to keep playing. And I really, really hope that's not the way they are going with this game. I really hope it doesn't end up where you have to pay monthly and then you have to pay for the expansions. As of right now, the expansions are just optional. They have said before, and this is something they seem to be sticking to, is that they are not paywalling things that are crucial to the game. There is an announcement in their trailer, which I will put right here. There's an image from their showcase trailer that they are bringing Jack to the valley at this next update, which would be in December. So there is still going to be free update for those of you that are not wanting to pay for the updates, and it is very, very reasonable to not want to do that. I guess now on the front of some good news, all early access players. So basically, if you're playing the game right now, you're an early access player. You do not have to buy the gold edition. All of the cosmetic items that are in the gold edition, you can get for free as an early access person. So if you are wanting to make sure that you get those gold edition items without having to pay for the gold edition, I recommend getting any edition now. Here is the setup that they have going. They call this the Choose Your Edition, and all of this comes out December 5th. So you have the base game, which gives you 8,000 moonstones for $40. So it's basically like there's no change in this game versus buying the Cozy Edition, the Gold Edition, or even the Founders Pack that is still currently available in Steam. The only difference is the price, and you don't get exclusive cosmetic items. That's all it is cosmetic items. So for $40, you get 8,000 moonstones, and you can go about your day. Or you can buy the Cozy Edition, which is a physical copy, and I believe it's a physical copy only for, I think, Switch as of right now, and I think it's also possibly for PlayStation and Xbox, but it is not available on the PC. So if you get the Cozy Edition, it is $50, and you get 14,500 moonstones, the Cottage Skin House, you get 5 Raccoon Companion skins, a Cheshire Cat sweater, 1 of 6 posters, and a sticker sheet. So the posters and the sticker sheet are physical items. They are not in-game exclusive items. So up next on the December 5th launch is the Gold Edition. This is a digital edition, and this one is not available as of right now. This one is $70, so this is the same price as the Founders Pack that, as far as I know, most of us have. And for this one, you get 15,000 moonstones, and you get a flowery capybara animal companion, flowery summer cottage house style artist overalls avatar costume. And that is what you are getting if you are already an early access / founders member. Basically, if you're playing now, you will be getting all of those limited edition exclusive items, so you do not have to buy the gold edition to get those in-game items. It also says that as a thank you for all early access players, on top of getting the cosmetic items that come in the gold edition, you are also going to be receiving 2,500 moonstones to celebrate as they quote, the exciting moment. Again, I am not upset by this. I know a bunch of people are, and I feel for you guys, and I'm so sorry that you feel like you have been deceived. Like, I can only imagine how upsetting that must be to have been promised, hey, we're gonna have a free-to-play option, and now we're not. But they did say that it is not, they did say it's for the foreseeable future. It did not say anything about, hey, we are never doing this. It just said for the foreseeable future. So what I am thinking is it is them just trying to work out all the bugs, work out the kinks, and make sure that everything is going to be running smoothly, which they probably should have done before creating more editions. Now, for somebody who does have a computer programmer as a partner, I do understand the need for, they have to end up paying their employees somehow. So I do feel that by them incorporating these paid for items, trying to keep the game devs paid. But honestly, who really knows what's going on? They are doing, again, their showcase to talk more about it on November 1st. I will link that down below. It's only a few days from the recording of this video, and hopefully they will give us some more information. They have, again, stated over and over that they are not paywalling the actual gameplay. They're only paywalling exclusives. And as of right now, those exclusives, according to this image for their A Rift in Time expansion, that is going to include Gaston, Rapunzel, and Eve. The expansion is going to be $30, so again, it's no more expensive than, let's say, buying a Sims pack, like their expansion packs, because to buy their expansion packs, you need to also have their base game. So for me, this is kind of playing out like The Sims, and they do market it as a Disney-based Sims game, so let's go ahead and just leave it at that. And that's really all I have to say about that. I know my thoughts were so jumbled, and I really just don't know how to express how I'm feeling about this without upsetting an entire community at me, because again, I'm not gonna lie, I'm excited for what's for the future. The one that I'm going to keep comparing it to is The Sims, where you do not have to buy these expansions to keep on with the base game. But if you want the exclusives and extra in-game content, then yes, this is something you will have to purchase. Unlike, however, with WoW, where it is mandatory that you buy the expansions and you keep on paying to play, at least with DreamLight Valley, the expansions, as of right now that they have mentioned, are just optional and do not technically affect gameplay. So we will have to see how this plays out when it releases. It is releasing on my birthday, so that's kind of exciting, and I think I'm probably going to get the expansion on my birthday, and we're going to do a nice little gameplay over on Twitch of the Rift expansion. But that's going to do it for today's video, guys. Let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts are, I guess, on whatever very upset players saying that they're going to leave the game. But this Disney Dreamlight Valley player is honestly not going to leave it unless they start marketing it like WoW, where you have to pay monthly and you have to buy the expansions or you can't keep playing. So be sure to let me know down below y'all's thoughts on the bait and switch, and I'll be giving an update on the showcase when they have it on November 1st. I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Be sure to like, thumbs up, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more cozy game content. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys!